we just got to continue to believe in ourselves each week.
Shit, man!
Oh, shit.
We them boys. We them boys. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'd like to introduce you to my best friend. Sorry, Greg, it's not you anymore. It's the Spin Wheel of Pain. Every Tuesday, I do the weekly NFL Power Rankings here on YouTube for all of you to watch. And this wheel selects a team in the top 10 to curse. This week, it cursed the Cowboys at 4. And here's the proof. Uh-oh, number 4. Like any liquor I drink, 100 proof. And never, ever have I been less confident that a curse would work than I was this week. What happened? Well, the Broncos kicked the Cowboys' chapless asses. Those horse-riding arses got kicked. The Broncos rode the Cowboys 30-16. The Broncos scored 30 before Dallas put up any points on the board late in the fourth. So today, I will tell you why this is the most impressive Broncos win since, well, damn it, since Super Bowl 50. Whew. That's good, sports. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel because this might be the last dominant Broncos win for a while. Today's episode, though, brought to you by HelloFresh.com/That'sGoodSports14. Between That's Good Sports, That's Good Broncos, The Grossi Perna Show, and Clickbait Sports, I barely have time to think, let alone go to the store and shop/plan for dinner. This week, I made the pork carnita tacos provided by HelloFresh, which were delicious. I've mastered all HelloFresh has to offer. I get the family-sized meal, so my wife and I have leftovers. That's a super time saver. And HelloFresh has quick 20-minute meal options that provide easy cleanup and low prep times. We're officially in holiday season, and HelloFresh isn't just for meals. Their marketplace has great holiday-themed snacks like Pillsbury pumpkin cookie dough and many other desserts. Or if you're trying to counterbalance the excess of holiday calories, HelloFresh is a great way to stick to a meal plan with calorie-smart pescatarian and veggie options. Using HelloFresh also cuts down on food waste by 25% compared to going to the grocery store and shopping. So go to HelloFresh.com/That'sGoodSports14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. Link below. That's HelloFresh.com/That'sGoodSports14. Now I know Halloween was a week ago, but I'll be handing out Big Dick Player Awards like candy. Just make sure when you hand out candy, you don't say anything about Big Dick Awards. Unless, of course, you like registering as a sex offender. The last time the Cowboys beat the Broncos was September 10th, 1995. That means I was 10 years old and had a good 10 years before YouTube would even be invented, although my beard had arrived at age 10. The last time Dallas bested the Broncos, OJ was on trial, the first one. Braveheart won Best Picture, and Hillary Clinton was voted sexiest man alive. So maybe my power rankings curse is very real, or maybe the Broncos just happen to be the Cowboys' kryptonite. I can't believe Superman was so scared of digital currency. What a fucking coward. Now, Denver may have won the game, but they paid a steep price in injuries. Incredibly embarrassing for the Cowboys, who were favored by 10, to fail to even resemble a competitive team against a Broncos offensive line missing 4 of its 5 starters by the end of the game. Plus, their starting tight end in Noah Fant. Even more humbling for Jaraz dem boys is that the Broncos defense was down its top 3 edge rushers from Chubb to Vaughn to Malik Reed. The Broncos are playing Brandon McManus at linebacker, for Christ's sake, because so many dudes are on IR. That one was an exaggeration. Patrick Surtain, though, left this game with an injury, and Denver was already without Bryce Callahan. You know, their other good corner. So when I say I didn't think the Broncos had a chance to win this game, it's because even, say they were a top 5 or 8 team in the league, you'd be worried about all of those injuries in this game. Instead, the curse made the Cowboys look like a worse team than the football team who Denver tried but failed to lose to a week ago. Now Denver has 2 wins in a row and is undefeated against the NFC East, which is starting to make the NFC East look exactly like it did in 2020. Now, my favorite play of the game was Jerry Jeudy pretending to do the bow and arrow celebration. Now this week, the NFL fined Jerry Jeudy over $12,000 for the same celebration last week, where he actually fired the imaginary arrow. He actually fired a pretend arrow last week, and the NFL said, no, that's taunting, even though it clearly wasn't taunting because it wasn't directed to a member of the football team, which had this been done back in, say, 1995 when the football team was called the Redskins, it would have gone unnoticed. It's sad that technology has taken us to a place where an imaginary arrow can cause death. Now I want to give the Broncos defense, as a group, the Big Dick Player Award! One of the most impressive things they did was stop the Cowboys on 4 fourth down attempts. The first 3 were incredibly impressive because the game was still in reach for Dallas. Justin Simmons led the charge on the first stop. The second was puzzling by Dallas, who elected to not take an easy field goal in an early tight game. If you blow 2 fourth down attempts in the first quarter, it's probably because of my curse. Okay, here's a note, Aaron. When I do the curse thing, do some like cool graphic treatment so I don't look stupid, because I'm gonna do that a couple times throughout the episode. Meatball. Now that second stop led the Broncos to their first touchdown. Something Denver did well all game was eat clock like a hungry football robot created by Fox. That happened because they committed to the run. No, I did not misspeak. Pat Shurmur committed to the run. 39 total runs between Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon, who had their best day together as a duo. They combined for 191 yards. Williams averaged 6.5 per carry, and maybe most crucially, when Denver got past the 30-yard line, the offense didn't go the wrong way. I mean, they tried on their first touchdown with a false start, but Trayvon Diggs had a pass interference penalty, gifting Melvin Gordon the touchdown like Zeke on Dak's birthday. That's an obscure Hard Knocks reference. I shouldn't have said that. Unfortunately, Brandon McManus missed the gooch after that touchdown. Just as the Cowboys were cursed, so may have been the tasty gooch. McManus ended up missing 1 field goal in addition to that PAT. And in my prediction episode, I stated the only way the Broncos win is if McManus sets the record for most field goals made in a game, and then I pointed out how good he's been this season. It feels like I set him up to fail there, and I apologize. Now, on offense, I'm giving the Big Dick Player Award to Tim Patrick, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon, and damn it, Calvin Anderson. I need to make up for lost time. Calvin Anderson came in for Garrett Bowles and was flat out good. I believe Javonte Williams will be in contention for the Angry Runs Award again this week. Hell, he could have won the Big Dick Player Award for this run alone in the second half. The defense had him dead to rights after 4 yards, but he turned it into a 30-yard gain. I don't know why Javonte is so angry, but God, I hope he never sees a therapist. Which, based on Vic Fangio's post-game press conference, not a concern.
Fuck, boy.
The first half, though, was really dominated by Tim Patrick, Denver's most unhung hero since me. Sorry, I mean unsung hero. Denver's second touchdown was both set up and scored by Patrick, who converted a clutch 3rd and 10 and then just beat the former Defensive Player of the Year candidate Trayvon Diggs for a 45-yard touchdown. When Diggs doesn't win that award, this will be why. Oh, this will be why. But wait, there's more. Timmy Patrick was also open on 3rd and 9 later in the second to help pave the way for a drive that led to a McManus field goal to give the Broncos a 16-0 lead in the second. Denver dropped the first half shutout on the Cowboys in 2 years. Why? My curse! It's my curse! Don't forget to make that look cool, Aaron. Now, both Tony Pollard and Amari Cooper had some horrendous drops in this game. Amari Cooper's was on 3rd down in the second half. Pollard would have had a huge gain had he caught his pass. I want to credit Jonathan Cooper, though, for one of the most clutch defensive plays in the first half. Dallas had a chance to score before halftime if they could orchestrate a drive. Instead, Jonathan Cooper makes Dak wish the Broncos had drafted him instead of Paxton Lynch and puts them boys in a 3rd and 21. Denver had the biggest lead in the NFL this week heading into halftime. Why? My curse! Curse. Don't forget to make me look like not a lame ass there, Aaron, okay? And that takes us to halftime. After halftime, we saw something strange. I'm not sure I believe in God, but I think I saw what God looks like. The Broncos got the ball back after half. A perfect opportunity to make a game-defining drive. But we know Pat Shurmur forgot to game plan for the second half as soon as he learned he wasn't fired again this week. And since he was playing the Cowboys, we're not going to be in this game. Now, Teddy got sacked on the first play after halftime by Micah Parsons. Denver was forced to punt, and then the punt was blocked. As soon as that happened, I was like, oh shit, the loss is going to happen. This is where we collapse. However, my curse, or maybe God, gave the Broncos back the possession of the ball because the punt was blocked, but the ball went past the line of scrimmage and then was touched by the Cowboys and recovered by the Broncos. Touched by an angel. I have never seen that. I did not know that was the rule, and while live streaming the game, I thought Denver could not recover the ball. But if that's not what God looks like, then call me an atheist because I don't want to see him or her any other way. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful how the Cowboys just absolutely fucked themselves. Now, Javonte Williams had his amazing run following that play, so I like to think God just wanted to see Javonte run. Tim Patrick converted another 3rd down, and McManus gave the Broncos 19 points. More points than they have scored in their last 2 losses, and they hadn't allowed Dallas to score yet. Dallas was getting desperate at this point. Not signed Jason Witten again desperate, but close enough. They were forced into another 4th down situation. An easy 4th and 1, yet Dallas became the first team of the season to not take fuller advantage of Kyle, and Dak whiffs, overthrowing a very open CeeDee Lamb who had 2 steps on Fuller in his own house. Fuller House. That series featured the Cooper drop as well, and really, I saw the Broncos in the Cowboys there. Hard to blame one guy for the loss. You had your top receiver drop an easy pass, then your QB misses a throw he normally makes, and it just feels like you won't be able to get anything going. The Broncos have done that to me for 4 straight years on offense, and poetically, Denver answered that golden opportunity with a missed field goal. But, I mean, even the broadcast was dropping the ball in this game.
Quick game break back to Carissa Thompson. Carissa, thanks for...
Sadly, the Fox crew is still looking for Carissa. Thoughts and prayers to locating her. My best guess is she's trapped somewhere inside of the Cowboys Jumbotron. Speaking of the announcers, Greg Olsen said this was the most impressive win of the season by any team. And even though it's kind of a dig because it's surprising that the Broncos would play so well, it's also a compliment. So we're just gonna take the fucking compliment. Besides my curse, the story of this game, in my eyes, my beautiful green eyes, was guys stepping up. Guys stepping up too many times to count. Guys stepping up 3D. Surtain leaves the game with a knee injury. Nate Hairston, insert him with the textbook breakup on 3rd and 6, forcing Dallas to punt late in the 3rd. That was the Cowboys' last chance to really get back into the game, and they went after a guy who had barely played, which was the correct call, but that guy was perfect. Well, that wasn't the last chance. Denver was backed up in Cowboys territory and nearly connected on this deep ball to Tim Patrick. Trayvon Diggs made his only good play of the game, and Tim couldn't hold on to the ball there. Everyone on earth knew this was not a catch, but for whatever reason, Vic Fangio challenges the play. To be fair to Fangio, maybe he just knows the referees are as bad as we all believe they are and was like, hey, you guys know they might fuck up this call, right? And just give it to us. Good chance they fuck up a meatball call here, and we gotta challenge it. Meatball. Now, Denver lost the challenge, but Melvin Gordon took over the game. Javonte will get a lot of attention for his first career 100-yard game, and he should, but Melvin Gordon was really clutch as well. 2nd and 17, he rushes for 14. His next 3 runs were for 6, 7, and 6-yard gains. And all of that work opened up the back end for Kendall Hinton's pleasure. That's right, the back end opens and Hinton exploits the wide open play of the game, and Teddy caps the drive with the rushing touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Jonathan Cooper and the Dallas native himself, Caden Stearns, added a sack and an interception, and for the first time since the Jets game, the Broncos opponent, instead of the Broncos, started racking up garbage time yards and points to make the game look more competitive than it really was. Why? It was my curse that fucked the Cowboys royally. The Broncos should be proud of this win for many reasons. Number 1, it entertained me. It made me entertained. Also, I didn't know who half of these mother lickers were out there dominating Jerry's fellas. But also because Dallas is a good football team. They're a good football team. Not to be confused with the bad team named football team the Broncos barely beat last week. And now Denver has a winning record again, 5-4. And people will watch my Broncos videos again on YouTube with joy instead of shame, while we also whip ourselves in the back, crying. That's how most people watch my videos. Anyway, great win, Broncos. Thanks for watching the That's Good Sports Broncos recap.